Hello there, you're welcome to HisGov TV. My name is Collins Nanaya Abebrese. Now, in this video, I want us to take a look at the history of ancient Ghana. Of course, one of the most powerful empires that emerged in the Western Sudan area in modern day West Africa. And you know, ancient Ghana was so powerful that it was so famous, everywhere. But as time went on, the empire declined at a point in time, and we did not come to have any empire called Ghana anymore. In this video, I've put together a very short documentary about the history of ancient Ghana, and we'll watch it very soon. But before we watch that video, let me say that ancient Ghana Empire, the modern Ghana today in West Africa, and I'm talking about the country called Ghana in West Africa, the country that gained independence first in sub-Saharan Africa, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah's country. They took their name, Ghana, from that ancient Ghana Empire. And the belief was that the new independent nation, Ghana, the Gold Coast, had some similarities to that of the ancient Ghana Empire in terms of brave kings, or warrior kings, gold, and ancient Ghana was also the first empire to emerge in the Western Sudan area, and therefore Ghana, or the Gold Coast then being the first African country to also emerge out of colonial rule in the sub-Saharan Africa, was somehow synonymous to ancient Ghana also becoming the first ever empire to emerge in the Western Sudan. So because of these similarities, the leaders of the Gold Coast decided to name their newly independent country after this great empire, ancient Ghana. And that is how come we have ancient Ghana and modern Ghana. So don't get confused with that. So let's go in there and watch the video about ancient Ghana Empire, and you can share your view in the comment section. What do you think about this great empire? What you have heard about this great empire? We are here to educate, we are here to learn, we are here to share our past as African people, and to help to build our continent through history and through our voices.
The Ghana Empire, called the Wagadou Empire by its rulers, was located in what is now southeastern Mauritania, western Mali, and eastern Senegal. There is no consensus on when precisely it originated, but its development is linked to the changes in trade that emerged throughout the centuries after the introduction of the camel to the Western Sahara, 3rd century. By the time of the Muslim conquest of North Africa in the 7th century, the camel had changed the earlier, more irregular trade routes into a trade network running from Morocco to the Niger River. This regular and intensified trans-Saharan trade in gold, salt, and ivory allowed for the development of larger urban centers and encouraged territorial expansion to gain control over different trade routes. The Ghana ruling dynasty was first mentioned in written records in 830. And thus the 9th century is sometimes identified as the empire's beginning. In the medieval Arabic sources, the word Ghana can refer to a royal title, the name of a capital city, or a kingdom. The earliest reference to Ghana as a town is by Al-Khwarizmi, who died around 846. Research on the site of Koumbi Saleh, a ruined medieval town in southeast Mauritania that may have been the capital of the Ghana Empire, suggests earlier beginnings. The earliest author to mention Ghana is the Persian astronomer Ibrahim al-Fazari, who, writing at the end of the 8th century, refers to the territory of Ghana, the land of gold. From the 9th century, Arab authors mention the Ghana Empire in connection with the trans-Saharan gold trade. Al-Bakri, who wrote in the 11th century, described the capital of Ghana as consisting of 2 towns 6 miles apart, one inhabited by Muslim merchants and the other by the King of Ghana. According to the tradition of the Soninke people, they migrated to southeastern Mauritania in the 1st century, and as early as around 100 CE created a settlement that would eventually develop into the Ghana Empire. Other sources identify the beginnings of the empire sometime between the 4th century and the mid-8th century. The empire's capital is believed to have been at Koumbi Saleh on the rim of the Sahara Desert. According to the description of the town left by al-Bakri in 1067-1068, the capital was actually 2 cities, but between these 2 towns are continuous habitations, so they might have merged into one. According to al-Bakri, the major part of the city was called El Garba, and was the residence of the king. It was protected by a stone wall and functioned as the royal and spiritual capital of the empire. It contained a sacred grove of trees used for Soninke religious rites in which priests lived. It also contained the king's palace, the grandest structure in the city. There was also one mosque for visiting Muslim officials. The name of the other section of the city is not recorded. It was surrounded by wells with fresh water, where vegetables were grown. It had 12 mosques, one of which was designated for Friday prayers, and had a full group of scholars, scribes, and Islamic jurists. Because the majority of these Muslims were merchants, this part of the city was probably its primary business district. Given scarce Arabic sources and the ambiguity of the existing archaeological record, it is difficult to determine when and how Ghana declined and fell. According to Arab tradition, Ghana fell when it was sacked by the Almoravid movement in 1076-1077, but this interpretation has been questioned. Conrad and Fisher, 1982, argued that the notion of any Almoravid military conquest is merely perpetuated folklore, derived from a misinterpretation of or limited reliance on Arabic sources. Dirk Lang agreed with the original military incursion theory, but argued that this does not preclude Almoravid political agitation, claiming that Ghana's demise owed much to the latter. Cheryl L. Burkhalter argued that while the idea of the conquest was unclear, the influence and success of the Almoravid movement in securing West African gold and circulating it widely necessitated a high degree of political control. Furthermore, the archaeology of ancient Ghana does not show signs of the rapid change and destruction that would be associated with any Almoravid-era military conquests. It is assumed that the ensuing war pushed Ghana over the edge, ending the kingdom's position as a commercial and military power by 1100. It collapsed into tribal groups and chieftaincies, some of which later assimilated into the Almoravids, while others founded the Mali Empire. Despite ambiguous evidence, it is clear that Ghana was incorporated into the Mali Empire around 1240.
Yeah, so today ancient Ghana Empire is no more. As you heard it in there, the empire declined at a point in time, and after the decline of the empire, other empires also emerged in that area, called like the Mali Empire, and other empires. So let's hear your view in the comment section about what you think about ancient Ghana Empire, whatever you have heard about the empire, any other extra information that you can add to what we have just shared with you, and we will be very glad to read that. Share with us. We are all here to learn about the history of Africa and how the role of Africa in the world at large. Do not forget to subscribe to our channel, support us, and let us know that you really like, of course, our contents. Have a nice day, and bye-bye.